Actually speak now to Sylvia Rognvik, who is the Yemen Manager for the Crisis Management Initiative. She can join us from Jordan's capital, Amman. Thanks so much for speaking to us, Sylvia. As you heard Melinda say there, the Yemeni people are desperately hoping for good news. Do you think they got some of that in this last half hour and what we heard from the UN Secretary General and Martin Griffiths?
Absolutely. I think that what has been achieved is above all expectations. In the beginning, people were saying that it was an achievement in itself that the parties were at least sitting in the same room, which is the first time they have done so in 2 years. And now we have very concrete next steps that has been agreed. But it's important to emphasize that it's not actually a peace agreement that we're seeing yet, but there are important confidence-building measures moving forward and building trust between the parties. So in the next round of talks, they can actually start talking about the political framework and the transitional period. Yes, very, very positive and absolutely a major step in the right direction.
It's encouraging to hear you say that because you have seen the destruction up close. You know how desperate the Yemeni people are at this point. So from what we're hearing from the United Nations, the next step will be toward the end of January when they're hoping the parties will meet again and actually discuss a negotiation framework. Are you satisfied with that timescale and the ambitions that have been laid out then for what comes next in this process?
Absolutely. I think it's important to keep momentum and convene the parties as quickly as possible after this round. I think that the huge amount of prisoners that is going to be exchanged by the 20th of January might be a challenge. It's a big number and a lot of logistics that needs to go into making that happen. But I'm sure that the ICRC will do their uttermost to make everything run smoothly. And I think that is also key for kind of keeping the right spirit for the next rounds of talk.
Sylvia, though, in the long term, though, key to resolution here is the participation of major players globally, particularly the interests of Saudi, Iran, and others involved. How hopeful are you that they will now come online, participate more actively in these peace talks, and look for a real resolution that will actually put the Yemeni people at the front and center of these talks?
The regional actors have expressed that they are very positive and supportive to the talks, which is good. And I think that given the past months' changes in kind of the international environment, I think that has supported the situation in Yemen and the regional actors' positive role in the talks. And I think that what's needed now is continued and increased international pressure to ensure that the parties continue talking.
Okay, Sylvia, we will leave it there for now. Thank you so much for joining us. Sylvia Rognvik, the manager for the Crisis Management Initiative from Amman there.